Light is the fastest thing in the universe, you already knew that. But here is what nobody tells you: light is so unbelievably slow that if you replaced every human being who has ever lived with a spaceship traveling at the speed of light, not one of them would have made it out of our own galaxy yet. Not a single one, and our galaxy is just one of 2 trillion. Let that sit for a second. The fastest speed that physics allows, the absolute universal speed limit, and it is not even close to fast enough to make the universe accessible. By the end of this video, you are going to understand why we are, in a very real and very permanent sense, completely, mathematically, cosmically trapped. And the implications of that are stranger and more disturbing than anything science fiction has ever come up with. So let us start with something you think you already understand: how fast light actually is, because I promise you, your intuition about this is completely wrong. Light travels at 299,792 kilometers per second. That is fast enough to circle the entire Earth 7.5 times in 1 second. If you fired a laser at the moon right now, you would see the reflection in about 2.5 seconds. So far so impressive, right? But here is the first thing that should bother you. That moon shot, 2.5 seconds. That means when you look at the moon tonight, you are not seeing the moon as it is now. You are seeing it as it was 2.5 seconds ago. The light hitting your eyes left the moon before you started reading this sentence. You are not looking at the present, you are looking at the past, and that is just the moon. The sun is 8 light minutes away, meaning if the sun suddenly switched off right now, you would have no idea for 8 full minutes. You would be sitting in what feels like a normal sunny afternoon while the sun has already been dead for 8 minutes. The Earth would not go dark for another 8 minutes after that. You would feel nothing wrong, you would see nothing wrong, and then the lights go out. Now if that messes with your head, I need you to hold on to that feeling because we are about to go much further, and it gets significantly worse. The nearest star to our sun is Proxima Centauri, sitting 4.2 light-years away, meaning light takes 4 years and 2 months to make that trip. If Proxima Centauri exploded tonight, humanity would not know for 4 years. We would be going about our lives, making plans, launching rockets, having children, and that star would already be gone. We just would not have received the news yet. But here is what I really want you to feel: 4 light-years is the distance to the nearest star. Just the nearest one, and even at the speed of light, it takes over 4 years. We do not currently have any way to travel anywhere near the speed of light, but let us give ourselves that. Let us say we built a ship that traveled at exactly the speed of light, the fastest speed the universe physically permits, and we pointed it at Proxima Centauri. Your great-grandchildren would not live to see it arrive. 4 years at light speed just to reach the closest star. There are 250 billion stars in our galaxy alone. The Milky Way is 100,000 light-years across. If you got in your light speed ship on the day the ancient Egyptians started building the pyramids, you would not even be halfway across the galaxy yet. You would be at roughly the 45,000 light-year mark, stranded in the middle of our own galaxy with 45,000 years still to go, and you have not even left home yet. But I need you to understand something before we go further, and this is the first payoff I promised you. We can actually see this slowness with our own eyes right now tonight for free. And once you know what you are looking at, you can never unsee it. When you look up at the night sky, you are not looking at the universe. You are looking at a museum. Every star you see is showing you its past self. The light from those stars left on different dates, some hundreds of years ago, some thousands, and they are all arriving at your eye simultaneously, creating this snapshot of the sky that is actually a collage of completely different historical moments all mixed together. Some of those stars do not exist anymore. They exploded centuries ago, but we will not know because the light from that explosion has not reached us yet. The night sky is full of ghosts. Now here is the pattern interrupt, because everything I have told you so far is just about our galaxy, and our galaxy is not even close to where it gets terrifying. Our nearest galactic neighbor, Andromeda, is 2.5 million light-years away. The light you see from Andromeda tonight left that galaxy when our ancestors were first picking up stone tools, when Homo sapiens had not even evolved yet, and it has been traveling through empty space ever since, and it just now reached your eye. 2.5 million years of travel, one glance up, and Andromeda is considered right next door on cosmic scales. It is our neighbor. The observable universe is 93 billion light-years across, not kilometers, not miles, light-years. The time it would take light itself to cross it is incomprehensible. And here is the thing that I think genuinely breaks people when they really sit with it. Because of the expansion of the universe, most of the observable universe is already completely unreachable. Even if we traveled at the speed of light, we could never get there, because the space between us and those distant galaxies is expanding faster than we could ever cross it. There is a sphere around the Earth, the cosmic event horizon, and anything outside that sphere is gone forever, receding faster than light can chase it. And no information, no signal, no ship will ever reach it or return from it. The universe we can see is not the universe we can reach, and the universe we can reach is not the universe that exists. We live inside a bubble of accessibility that is cosmically tiny compared to what is actually out there. And here is what that means in practical terms, and this is the re-engagement moment. Stay with me. Any civilization that exists in a galaxy far enough away, even if they are as old as the universe. Even if they have been sending radio signals for billions of years, we will never hear them. The signals cannot reach us, not because they are not sending them, because the geometry of expanding space makes them permanently, physically unreachable. The Fermi paradox, the famous question of where all the alien civilizations are, might have a simple geometric answer. They are out there, they have always been out there. Space is just too big and light is just too slow. Now let us bring this back to something tangible because I want to give you the second payoff, the one that makes this personal. Right now, as you watch this, there is a sphere of radio signals expanding outward from Earth at the speed of light. Everything we have ever broadcast, every TV show, every radio transmission, every radar ping is spreading out into space as an expanding bubble of electromagnetic radiation. That bubble is currently about 112 light-years across. In a galaxy 100,000 light-years wide with 250 billion stars, our radio bubble covers a sphere that contains roughly 10,000 star systems, out of 250 billion. We have announced our existence to 0.0004% of our own galaxy. That is it. And even the signals we sent 60 years ago, the oldest ones, the ones that have traveled the furthest, are already so diluted by the time they reach the nearest stars that they are effectively undetectable without instruments far beyond anything we can build. We have been shouting into a room the size of a continent, and our voice is carrying about 3 meters. Now here is where it gets genuinely strange, and I need you to pay attention because this is the part most people never think about. The speed of light does not just limit how fast we can travel, it limits how fast information can travel. Anything, any information, any signal, any cause and effect. Nothing in the universe can communicate faster than light. And what this means is that the universe is full of regions that have never been in contact with each other, have never influenced each other, and never will. Events that happened on opposite sides of the universe could not have coordinated even in principle. There has not been enough time since the Big Bang for light to travel between them. Which raises a genuinely disturbing question. If different regions of the universe have never been in causal contact, why does physics work the same everywhere? Why do the same constants, the same laws, the same particle masses appear in places that have never been able to communicate? This is called the horizon problem, and it is one of the reasons physicists proposed a theory called cosmic inflation. The idea that the very early universe expanded faster than light for an incredibly brief moment, stretching a tiny causally connected region into the vast universe we see today. Which is why it looks the same everywhere. Inflation is our best explanation for why the universe is so eerily uniform despite being too big for light to have ever connected at all. And yes, you heard that right. The early universe expanded faster than light. Space itself is allowed to expand faster than light. Einstein's speed limit applies to things moving through space, not to space itself expanding. And right now, the space between us and the most distant galaxies is receding from us faster than the speed of light. They are not violating physics. Space is just doing what space does. The speed of light is a limit on signals in space, not on space itself. Which means the universe we thought was bounded by our ability to see it is actually bounded by the expansion history of space, and the real universe is almost certainly vastly larger than the observable bubble we are stuck inside, possibly infinitely larger. We are not just small. We are cosmically quarantined. Here is the third payoff, and I think this one changes something. We talk about the search for extraterrestrial intelligence as if it is primarily a question of whether life exists elsewhere. But even if the answer is yes, even if the universe is absolutely teeming with intelligent civilizations, the geometry of space and the slowness of light means we may be permanently isolated from all of them. The universe could be full of conversation and we would never hear it. Not because nobody is talking, because the speed of light is too slow and the universe is too large and expanding too fast for any of it to ever reach us. And I find that either the most beautiful or the most terrifying idea in science depending on the day. So the next time someone tells you light is fast, and light is fast, it circles the Earth 7 times per second. Remember that fast is a relative word and the universe does not negotiate its scales for the convenience of the things living in it. The speed of light is the fastest speed possible, and the universe is so unimaginably large that even the fastest possible speed makes almost all of it permanently, irreversibly, mathematically unreachable. We are here, on this pale blue dot, inside a bubble of space that light can reach. Watching photons arrive from stars that may no longer exist. sending radio signals into a silence so vast that our best transmissions dissolve into noise before they even cross our own backyard. And somehow, with these slow light speed signals, these patient photons, these patient telescopes, we figured all of